Hey guys, welcome to my channel, and in today's video I'm gonna show you how you can properly play Overpass like high level Faceit players. And first of all, for the general player distribution, you want to have 2 dedicated A players and 3 dedicated B players. Starting off, for the B players, you want to have 2 of them responsible for the B short area and 1 of them responsible for the monster pipe. And already at the start of each round, when you're dropping down from CT spawn towards these stairs here, you want to have the B short players running this way while the monster player is running up towards heaven, since it's the quicker way. And for the 2 B short players at the start of each round, one of them, like the first guy, wants to quickly stop next to this door here, look for the black window here and just toss a Molotov towards the B short pipe. And this Molotov pops right in front of the B short pipe and either delays the Ts or at minimum forces them to use 1 smoke if they want to continue and take B water quickly. And from here on out, it's basically up to you on how you want to contest the B short area. Like for instance, as I've mentioned in my other video, if the Ts are throwing a Molotov like so towards your B short area each and every round, then always contesting the B short area from short or like from pushing short isn't really a viable option. So instead you can just, boost yourself over the sandbags here. So if I'm placing a bot on top of the sandbags, you can play this boost right here, where like the bot is not ideally placed. He wants to like be standing a bit further towards the right, which then would enable you to completely hide behind this pillar here, which is new in CS2. And you can then, like once the Ts are running out of this pipe, just play an off angle like so. You also don't need to play this boost each and every round. You can also boost behind this wooden plank here, which doesn't give you as much visibility, but it's still a viable option once the Ts are extending towards this area here. And another boost you can be playing is this one here on top of default, where if I'm going up here, it's more focused towards catching anyone off guard that might be playing in towards connector. Of course, you can also at the start of each round just toss an HE over the B short area and just nade open the B connector door, which basically also favors you. However, if the Ts are not throwing a Molotov towards your B short area of the map every round, I'd advise you to just play B short aggressively, the 2 of you, where the first guy just wants to jump throw a flash against the wall here, turn around and then just contest the B short pipe. And by this point in time, the Molotov in front of the B short pipe should still be burning, so you can just like smoke it off entirely, which grants you access over the entirety of the B short area. And from here on out, you can just disrupt the Ts as much as possible. Like you can do some aggressive peeks towards connector. You can just hold an off angle like so. If the door is closed, you can even, play boost next to connector and potentially catch any Ts that might be taking connector at this point in time off guard. And then the one thing to remember is that the 2 of you don't want to hold on for or like over the B short area for the entirety of the round, but just like for the entirety or like for the duration of the first smoke you threw into the B short pipe. And from here on out, you can then just jiggle for information, and once you see anyone, you can just fall back towards the B side. And if you fall back towards side, your new B side role distribution goes as follows. You want to have 1 guy responsible for holding the B monster area. He can do this from side, he can be playing an angle like so, but we're gonna cover that in a minute. And then you want to have 1 guy in the water area that is responsible for the B short area, where he just wants to hold off the Ts. And the 3rd guy, your formerly 2nd B short player, plays as the rotator. So if your A players are falling back, or like if the A players are calling there's something happening on A side, he is the first guy to take action and go up towards A. You can also the preferred positions for this guy are either ABC, where I just want to support your monster player or short player once the Ts are pushing, or if you have an AWP, then you can also play heaven. Like you can also play heaven with a rifle, but it's just easier to do this with an AWP. And lastly, as a preparation for the monster player, one of the 2 B short players at the start of each and every round wants to get himself stuck next to this container here. Look here and just do a jump throw, which is gonna be an early smoke towards the B monster area. And lastly, for the last of the 3 B players, the monster player, as I've mentioned in the beginning of the video, once you're dropping down towards the stairs from spawn, you just want to go over heaven towards the B side area. And once you drop down towards water from heaven, you want to immediately pull out an HE and pre-nade the monster pipe just in case ETs are gonna rush the B side. And if you see flashes raining in, you can also immediately follow it up with the Molotov and then fall back towards the B water area in order to not get boxed in the toxic area. And from here on out, like if the Ts are not rushing, then it's like the B anchor on Mirage. It's just a rather boring role where you want to hold the monster pipe from an angle like so. You can play an off angle like so, where you can try to catch the Ts off guard once they're rotating from the short pipe towards the monster pipe. You can even take some aggressive peeks towards the area in front of the monster. You can be playing from behind the pillar like so and just jiggle it. You can be playing from toxic. You can play an off angle right next to toxic. You can play it from water. Just whatever, you know, you need to just hold the B monster pipe. This is your whole responsibility. And if something occurs on A, you are the very last guy from the B players to rotate up towards the A side. And if this is the case, like where the other 2 B players have already rotated up towards A, because your mates on A side have called an A execute or whatever, you just want to kind of play the B side on a retake setting where you want to fall back either towards CT and then like kind of hold the B short area, or even better, and this is also what I prefer to do, play from ABC and just jiggle towards the monster area, try to get one peek, and this area here gives you plenty of space to dodge any incoming nades, and from there on out you just want to wait for your team to rotate back towards B. Now for the 2A players, there are like 2 main takeaways or like guidelines you should be playing the A side. First of all, you need to be in sync all of the time. Like you need to be playing together in order to achieve anything on A side, since you can't reasonably hold on towards A long and A short while both of you are playing independently and just rely on your individual skill. And second of all, in the current meta, you want to play as aggressive as possible. And what this means is just like at the start of each round, one of you 2 guys want to get himself stuck in this corner here. Look at the top right corner of the darker rectangle up here and do a jump throw. Then you want to pull out your Molotov, look halfway up of this line here, like so, run forwards until you're crossing this pillar here and then do a jump throw, like so. And what this is gonna do, first off, the smoke is gonna smoke off the right from the T tunnels area, and the Molotov is gonna explode right into the playground entrance. And this means you get access to everything from fountain up towards the playground area. And from here on out, it's still quite difficult to play the map, since you more or less want to mind game your opponents. Like, if you throw this utility, this basically communicates to the Ts that you are intending to play aggressively towards playground and fountain, obviously. So yes, while this is a viable play, you don't want to repeat this process each and every round. Like, for instance, you can play one round, one guy up on these stairs, this is just holding the smoke here. You can have an orb up on the party area and just hold the playground exit. One round later, you can have the orb, watch the T tunnels areas and kind of the rifle up on the party area. And on another round, you can just have one player on the A short area that is just holding these or like jiggling attention between the angle towards stairs and the angle towards party, while your other guy goes in towards connector. It's just like you want to be as unpredictable as possible while keeping the Ts constantly in doubt on what you're going to do. Now, secondly, the same principle as for the B short players also applies to you, where you can't reasonably hold on towards the fountain and playground areas for the entirety of the round, but just want to disrupt the Ts in their early game plan. So this means once the smoke fades and the Ts can be taking or like retaking playground and the fountain areas, you just want to fall back. And this is where the second concept I've mentioned in the very beginning, where you want to play together and not individually, applies. You can still have one guy in towards connector and one guy on short. And the idea behind is that the player on short just prevents the Ts from pushing the upper connector area, meaning the lower connector player can just fully focus on B short and connector. Alternatively, you can have also one guy playing in towards the A long areas while another guy is playing from A short. Same reasoning as before. The A short player just needs to make sure that the Ts can't push your A long player from the mid areas of the map. And then you can also just fall further back and just play from side, where you can just play for information, where one player is just jump spotting the A short area or the A long area, while another player is facing the other one. Lastly, to give you an example of what I meant earlier by playing as aggressively as possible, let's assume you're playing this setup here where your rifle is playing on the stairs and your op is playing on party. Then also assume you get a frag on a T that is pushing through the smoke here, and how you want to continue from here on out is to put your op back towards the A short area, and the op is now holding this angle here and this angle here. You just switch between them. Then your rifle is going down towards connector. The connector door is ideally already blown up by your B guys, and from here on out you can just self-flash yourself in towards connector like so, and just peek, try to get any frag, and then try to regroup with your B short players and rotate all the way back up over CT towards A. Now in this case, where the AWP is now alone on A, you can't reasonably hold on towards the A short areas by yourself for a prolonged amount of time, since the Ts might very well also try to sneak up towards the A long areas and then just run around you. So once you're falling back towards short, you just need to get a feeling for when the Ts can be towards the A long areas, meaning you just hold these two angles for like 20-25 seconds or so, and then you continue to fall back towards side yourself and just hold the A long area, or you just get towards the truck here and jump spot towards the A long area. And since this aggressive play is rather hard to follow through without seeing it live, here is an example of one of monesy's recent packs on Overpass, where they are playing exactly this setup here. And in order to switch the very aggressive play up with another one, you can just, instead of throwing the hyper aggressive util, just bounce the smoke off against the wall here. That is then intended to land on the stairs, and just play from party as obnoxiously as possible, while again your other guy is playing aggressively in towards connector and then tries to, in the best case, take connector together with one of the B short plays and then rotate obviously back up over CT towards the A side. So yeah, this is pretty much it from my side. Lastly, I've also created a Discord server, link is in the description, where you can connect with like-minded people and for instance look for other guys to play with once the server has sufficient members. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope you could get something useful out of this video, and if this is the case, you could leave a like or subscribe to my channel for more educational CS content. If you have any further questions, feedback or suggestions, you can leave a comment and I'll get back to you. Anyways, I'll see you in the next one. Bye!